All right, let's get to one of our big movers of the day, and that is Palantir. Shares are surging this morning, driven by demand for its AI offerings, sending the defense software maker up more than 19%. Look at that, 21% almost move here to the upside in pre-market trading. Now, on the company's earnings call last night, CEO Alex Karp weighed in on how Palantir is looking to keep up with that surging demand for AI. Here's what he had to say.
If you took the total number of people, total number of enterprises that are doing AI of any kind, including algebra, and said it would be probably less than the 300. We have 300 customers that are creating operational results using our AIP product. Operational meaning, define it how you want. I'm defining it as they'll pay $1 million or more for it. So it's real. And we're doing this at a scale and pace that is inconceivable for Palantir up until recently.
All right, for more on the results and the commentary that we got from Alex Karp and team, we want to bring in Ahmed Khan. He's Morningstar's technology equity analyst. Ahmed, it's great to have you here. So certainly an impressive quarter, at least by the numbers for Palantir. When you take a look at some of the revenue growth that they did post, the fact that they have much stronger than expected results, strength obviously in the U.S. commercial side of the business, is this type of growth sustainable?
So first of all, one thing I would say is that when it comes to the U.S. commercial, the strength in that specific segment is a very good sign for Palantir as we think about the long term. And the reason is that U.S. companies typically are early adopters of new technology. So if you have U.S. Commercial organizations picking up Palantir's AIP, that usually, with regard to other technology before means that the rest of the world's commercial organizations are going to pick it up as well if Palantir is able to execute well. So we think that certainly the groundwork that Palantir is laying down with its AIP and with its earlier platforms, Apollo, Foundry, Gotham, are going to bode well for the company in terms of the next, near term, medium term, and long term.
How much pricing power do you think Palantir has for some of these services? You heard Alex Karp talking about operational definition of paying and having customers pay $1 million or more for their AI product. And so it is very real in the demand. But from here, incrementally, how much pricing can they push through to some of those portfolio clients?
For sure. The thing is, one thing very, very important to understand when talking about AI and some of these big data science projects that companies undertake is that you have to think about the opportunity cost, right? And the opportunity cost is either you don't have that service that Palantir is providing, or you have to do it in-house, or you have to get another vendor to provide that service for you. Now, if you try to move that in-house, you have to look at, well, what is the labor cost of getting all those data scientists, building out those solutions, and how long will that take? And that's probably significantly high, especially in the current market for AI talent. And Palantir's competitors may not have solutions as bespoke as Palantir does. So what that means is that Palantir has incredibly high switching costs. That's why we have a narrow economic moat on Palantir's business, which implies that, they do have pricing power, especially when it comes to some of these organizations that have been clients for Palantir over a period of time.
I mean, let's talk about the valuation here, because this is a stock that has had a tremendous run over the last year. Shares up just over 100%. We're seeing another spike of about 20% in the pre-market. Is Palantir a name that's overvalued?
So we're incredibly bullish on Palantir. So if you looked at our forecasts, you would see us being above consensus on profitability, on revenue, etc. At the same time, we cannot rationalize the Palantir's current valuation in our base case. So our right now, our fair value estimate for Palantir is $15, which is considerably below the $20 that it's trading at in the pre-market today. Now, at the same time, we do have a bull case, which kind of looks at, what if everything goes exceptionally right? By that, I mean the AI platform's adoption remains incredibly robust for an extended period of time. in that bull case, we have a valuation of $21, which is basically where Palantir is trading right now. So that's how I would answer your question.
And Ahmed, real quick, just also taking a step back and really looking at what this means more broadly speaking for the AI trade, from the companies that you cover, from the appetite that clearly we still see for many of these AI players. Do you think that trade still has much more room to run?
So it's interesting because I think a lot of the run up has been with interest and customer interest in AI, but at the same time, it's also been to do with an improving macro situation. So if the macroeconomics remains strong, there is a chance that, you know, if the economy remains strong, customers will continue to invest in some of these newer growth areas. At the same time, if we're looking at a recession, if we're looking at something else going on in the wider economy, and the economy is not as strong, at that point you would probably have investors sort of dial back some of their investments.
Ahmed Khan, Morningstar Technology Equity Analyst. Ahmed, thanks so much for taking the time here with us this morning.
Thanks so much.